I'm Hank. Super honored to be the first speaker of the conference. I'm a fifth-year PhD student at Carnegie Mellon. So on behalf of my amazing collaborators shown on the slide, I'm excited to introduce Privy, an AI-assisted tool designed to help product teams create high-quality privacy impact assessment for AI product concepts. So in this talk, I will share, I'll walk you through the key features of Privy, and then I'll share findings from a user study involving 24 AI practitioners and 13 privacy experts, who many of you actually see in this room. So really appreciate your contribution, along with the lesson we learned about human-AI collaboration of addressing privacy risks in product development, especially in the age of AI. So let's dive right in. So today, product teams are rapidly building AI features, right? From feature recognition to LLM-generated text to user profiling that infer interests and demographics. But as these capabilities become easier to deploy, privacy risks also become easier to introduce. So for example, face recognition can identify someone beyond the context they expected, right? Such as in policing. Language models can be trained on sensitive personal data, like medical records, and user profiling can infer highly personal information people may find intrusive, such as pregnancy. And recently, our research team introduced the first AI privacy taxonomy, which synthesizes 12 types of privacy risk newly created or exacerbated by AI based on real privacy incidents out there. In short, AI-entailed privacy harms are not speculated. They are already affecting people, right? But when we spoke with industry practitioners building these AI systems, we found that many still face barriers to recognizing and addressing these risks in practice. So we ask, how can we design tools that help practitioners identify and mitigate privacy risk in their AI products? And this question motivated the development of Privy. So we began with an initial prototype drawing on recent research on using generative AI to help practitioners surface ethical concerns. We explore how GenAI can support an end-to-end privacy decision-making process and conduct a formative study with 11 AI and privacy practitioners in the industry, and their feedback helped us to shape Privy around 4 core design goals. So here, I want to show you how these goals come to life in Privy by walking you through a quick demo of Privy in action. So first, our formative studies show that practitioners' ability to identify privacy risks is grounded in understanding what an AI product does and what it requires to work. So to that end, Privy helps practitioners articulate capabilities and requirements of AI product concepts grounded in their envision use cases. So in Privy, the user will first draft a description of AI product concept and provide an example use case. And the system will then help user brainstorm more intended and unintended use cases and help specify who will benefit from each use case. The user can add more relevant use cases manually or get more use cases suggestions from the system. And then, finally, based on these envisioned use cases, the system helps users distill the AI capabilities and corresponding requirement of their product concept they want to build. So after the scaffolding, users then go through Privacy Risk Explorer, in which Privy helps practitioners identify and prioritize AI privacy risks they identify. So Privy guides users to describe privacy risks they may arise in their product concept who may be impacted. User can manually describe the risk by referencing the AI privacy taxonomy presented on the site. Or again, get privacy risk suggestions from Privy. And the user then assess the relevancy and severity of the risk they identify. The user can also review and add their risk assessment and impacted stakeholders. And through the workflow, users identify risks that are relevant and severe to the AI product concept. And finally, users rank these identified risks via this drag-and-drop interface in the order they think should be addressed. And indeed, the ultimate goal of identifying privacy risks is to address them. So in our formative study, again, we found that practitioners consider risk mitigations even when identifying these risks. So after identifying and ranking the risk, the user then brainstorm potential mitigation strategies for the AI privacy risks they identify. So the Privy interface prompts user to outline a mitigation plan for one identified risk at a time. And the tool also generated open-ended questions to provoke user risk mitigation plans specific to the privacy risk. The users are also asked to rate their confidence in their mitigation plan for each risk to encourage further reflection. And the plan is shared across the risk to allow users to build these strategies iteratively across the risk they identify. And finally, products are developed in teams. And practitioners create privacy assessments to shape how their entire team approaches privacy risk mitigation. And Privy support this goal by enabling practitioners to easily compile and share findings with their teammates. So before sharing their assessments, the user can review and make final edits to the report. And the summary includes information that the user curated in prior steps with Privy, such as product information, privacy risk they identify, and also mitigation plan they propose. And finally, each impact assessment report generated can be exported and then shared with collaborators using a unique URL. And to really understand the role of human-AI teaming in the privacy workflow, we create two versions of Privy. So the first is Privy LM, the full LM power version that provides generated assistance at each stage, as I just demoed. And the second version is Privy template, the static version implemented as a structured Google document with the same workflow, but without the LM support. We then ran a between subject study with 24 industry AI practitioners, randomly assigned to either Privy LM or Privy template. Their task was simple: to complete a privacy impact assessments for a predefined AI product concept that we prepared for them. We also recruited 13 privacy experts to independently evaluate the reports, the quality, the reports that they generated. So in short, we collected interview data, expert evaluations, and also practitioners themselves self-reporting their Privy experiences. So here I will show you a few highlights how Privy supports and helps practitioners produce high-quality privacy assessments for AI product concepts. So first, across both versions, Privy helped practitioners identify privacy risks that were both relevant and severe. So participants themselves rated over 70% of the risk they identified as highly relevant and over 60% as highly severe. And privacy expert evaluation aligned with those assessments. And our interviews also show that Privy support participants beyond their own privacy expertise. So these are practitioners without the privacy expertise, right? So for example, practitioners use the generated use cases as well as the envisioned beneficiaries and exploiters to articulate what privacy actually means and risk. They also connected those risks directly to the AI system's capabilities and requirements. Privy also helped participants produce more effective and appropriate mitigation plans. So privacy experts rated these plans highly in terms of effectiveness, usefulness as conversation starters, specificity to the product concept, and also practicality. For example, participants often ground a mitigation plan in giving end user more control over privacy risk. Some also explicitly consider the utility and privacy trade-off, recognizing that reducing risk can sometimes limit the AI system's usefulness as well. We also examined differences between Privy LM and Privy template's privacy impact assessment quality, again rated by the privacy experts. Both Privy LM and Privy template produce high-quality privacy impact assessments, but when we compare the two versions side by side, Privy LM significantly outperformed its static template counterpart. Reports generated with Privy LM had risks that were more relevant, severe, correct, and clear. And their mitigation plans were more effective, specific, and practical. So in short, Privy LM produced higher quality privacy impact assessments. But how did participants actually use these AI features? Well, many rely on LM-generated risk descriptions to surface risk that they might have overlooked or with which they were less familiar with, right? Some describe Privy LM as a thought partner, or as one participant put it, a sanity check on their reasoning. Others treated it more dynamically, like refining or remixing LM outputs into their own risk assessment. But there were also concerns as well. Participants overestimated Privy LM automation level, expecting more done-for-you assistance than they actually provided right now. Specifically, LM assistance improved outputs, but it also raised practitioners' expectation of what the AI would handle for them and potentially make the manual work they had to do feel burdensome. They also raised concerns of over-reliance, that less experienced practitioners might accept LM outputs too uncritically, right? So while LMs enhance risk assessment quality, they also challenge participants and practitioners' sense of agency in doing privacy work themselves, a design tension for future of AI-assisted privacy work. So returning to the key challenge, AI introduced new privacy risks, but practitioners are often not well equipped to address them. To what extent did Privy help solve this challenge, actually? Well, first, Privy increased practitioners' awareness of AI privacy risk. Its structured workflow gave them clear definitions and taxonomies, which anchor their reasoning and reduce blind spots. Second, Privy increased practitioners' motivation to address those risks. Privy made privacy assessment more engaging, prompting deeper attention that they would normally give to privacy work. And third, Privy strengthened practitioners' ability to address privacy risk. So Privy boosted practitioners' self-efficacy, made them left feeling more confident and empowered, and even envision using Privy collaboratively with the product team. So what does this all mean? Well, at the surface level, Privy, especially Privy LM, clearly improved participants' ability to identify and mitigate privacy risk. But more deeply, AI helped practitioners engage critically with privacy, turning privacy impact assessments from a compliance exercise into a reflective design process. We believe these insights point toward 3 design roles for integrating AI into product teams' privacy workflows. So first, AI-powered tools as privacy coaches. As AI introduces novel and unforeseen privacy risk, tools like Privy can teach practitioners in context, helping them reason through risk while they work. Instead of relying on static training, these tools can deliver tailored examples and frameworks that adapt to each product and situation. So this positions AI not just as a knowledge source, but as an ever-learning privacy mentor embedded in practice. And second, AI-powered tools as privacy co-pilots. So acting as a thought partners, these tools can be designed to enhance both the quality and efficiency of privacy assessments. So for example, helping practitioners to see beyond blind spots and quickly generate risk descriptions. As co-pilots, AI tools can enable deeper human-AI collaboration, such as comparing design alternatives or simulating user behaviors, right? Ultimately, these systems open new possibility for iterative, insight-driven privacy designs that goes beyond manual and purely experience-driven assessment. And finally, AI-powered tools as privacy provocateurs. So rather than simply providing answers, these tools can challenge practitioners to think critically, reflect, and refine their own reasoning. So by prompting reflections and even debate, AI can strengthen practitioners' confidence and long-term growth in privacy decision-making. So in this role, AI becomes a catalyst for deeper engagement, helping product teams navigate complex trade-offs when there's no clear right answer in product development. And to conclude, Privy demonstrates that privacy assessments can be more effective, engaging, and empowering of product teams. We are currently partnering with the industry collaborators to integrate Privy into their product workflow and evaluate its impact in real-world settings. And we're also actively looking for more partners in the industry interested in piloting Privy with us and also within their organizations. So if this resonates with your work, please send a QR code to request access to Privy, or also just talk with the research team and see what we're doing. Thank you for your attention, and happy to take any questions.